will demonstrate how an instructor can set up a PlayPosit peer review assignment in Moodle. You can also access a click-through tutorial of this content. The link to the click-through tutorial is available in the video description. To create a PlayPosit review assignment in which a student will upload a video and then comment or review on each other's work, start in Moodle and click on Turn Editing On, and then add an activity or resource. Select PlayPosit from the available activities. Then select Content. You don't need to do an activity name yet. Then choose Set Link. Once you've entered PlayPosit, choose your bulbs, the drop-down menu, and Add Peer Review Assignment underneath Add New Bulb. Type the name of your peer review assignment, something that will make sense to students. And then below that, you will see that there are some directions already provided. You can keep these directions or edit them by typing in your own directions to students. You can then also determine the points, anywhere from 0 points to 10 points for this assignment. These will be translated in Moodle to whatever you decide you want the Moodle grade to be, 100 and 80, whatever, however many points you want to use in Moodle. Also take a look at the other settings. You want to allow learners to use private video hosts like Panopto. You of course want to enable peer review, and enabling a grading rubric can really help students if you want to give them guidance on what they should be commenting on for their peers. You can also choose to do enable complete incomplete grading, and then students would get an automatic grade for submitting and commenting. Click Create Rubric when you're ready to do the rubric. Then you're going to enter the text for each criterion in your rubric. Like a speech presentation that students are uploading as a practice might include things like energy of speaker or inflection or something to that effect. You could also have a section like content and then include different criterion that students who are doing the peer review should look at. You can set points for each one of the criterion, anywhere from 1 to 5. And then these points will be used to transition to the Moodle gradebook when you give the grade to the student using the rubric. Students will be able to see what their peers say on this rubric as their peers give them rubric feedback as well as comments later in the process. Click Assign when you are ready. You want to have groups in a peer review assignment. You can create these in PlayPosit or in this next section by selecting Manage Group Sets. You can create group sets like groups of 2 or groups of 3 or group sets by different assignments. And then later you're able to choose them in that Select Group Set section. And then I will do the section here on adding groups. So I'll click Add Group and then drag and drop my learners into each group that I have added. And this is very similar to how it would look if you went into playposit.com and edited your groups and then just selected them from that earlier drop-down menu. So I'll keep repeating, dragging and dropping student names into each of the groups that I've made in this section. Then I'll save and close. And I've got my partner groups ready to go. I can choose the group set that I just made or a different group set if I had different options already ready to go. And then click Link to finish this up and get back to Moodle. Now I want to set up my other Moodle settings, things like course grade or restrict access. For course grade, I can choose points, or I can actually choose none if I don't want this to count as an actual grade in the gradebook, but I wanted students to have a practice peer review option in Moodle. Restrict access is the way that I can set dates if I'm interested. If you use restrict access, there are other things as well, but date is one of the commonly used ones, and I could decide when to both open and close this particular assignment by using this restrict access function. Then I'm going to save and return to my course. I'll then click on the assignment when I want to get back into either doing things like managing groups or monitoring, which means grading and taking a look at student work. Note that you cannot make changes to points and those kinds of things after you have set up the assignment and students have begun submitting work. Anytime you're doing monitoring or group management, you'll just get back to the main view in Moodle in order to select something else with this particular assignment. When a student has actually completed an assignment, this rubric button will turn red, showing you that it's ready to be graded. We have a separate set of guidance and documentation about how to grade the assignments that are done for peer review in PlayPosit.